I built a clock with 60 pumps and water. If you want to see me build it, keep watching. Oh shit. So this clock is made out of tiny bottles, and each bottle is basically a pixel, and together they form numbers. I actually found these bottles in a random store for 10 cents each, which sounds cheap until the total project hits about 580 euros. Yeah, that escalated. So water must go in bottle, but I am not telekinetic, so we need pump. And we also need a splitter, but now we need a way to control which bottles get filled. So we grab a bunch of valves and a microcontroller. By controlling the valves, we can control which bottles get filled. And by reversing the pump, we can actually suck water back out of the bottles. So I got myself a pump to build a test circuit. It seems to work well with filling and emptying one bottle. However, I learned that you can't really 3D print these couplers. I wired up the first valve, but after a few switches the microcontroller just froze. Turns out inductive kickback from the valve is crashing everything, so I needed to add a diode. I actually made several prototypes to find the best way to stack these bottles on top of each other. And then I looked for a splitter. It was actually really hard to find a good one, and this one just had the top come off.
How this is not going to leak, I have no idea.
I think the blue color is best because it looks like water, and the red one reminds a little bit too much of a conventional display. The next prototype used a backboard system to hold all the bottles.
Looking good.
Wow, cool. The blue thingies are the valves. So before we needed this big board, and to make it work we had our diodes for each of the channels. But that's a lot of wiring, so I found this board. It has a diode built in for every single one of the channels, and this will make the wiring a lot easier. And to make sure there's no soldering whatsoever, I got these extension cables for the valves. Now normally this is where you design a PCB, but I was still prototyping, so everything kept changing. If you're past that stage though, PCBWay makes it really easy to turn something like this into a clean, proper board. All you have to do is select your options, upload the files, and your PCBs will be on their way. And right now they're even hosting a design contest where the grand prize is $500 and a Raspberry Pi 5.
So I actually hurt my finger a little bit putting these tubes into place.
Some more blood over there. This type of pump is called a peristaltic pump. It's used a lot in hospitals because it's super hygienic. And that's because the pump never actually touches the fluid. It just squeezes the fluid through the tube. I'm really excited to start testing this. In the best case, it already looks a little bit like numbers on the screen. There's like hardly any power. There's air here, but the air is just getting compressed. We actually get some movement when I prime the tube with my mouth first. Okay, there's water going into the divider now. However, it's leaking already. Oh, and it's actually leaving the bottles. Look at that. The divider is leaking. Most of the couplings are leaking. However, we are filling the bottles. Some are very much filled and others not. So we should control that a little bit better. So the problem here is that not every path to a bottle has the same resistance, causing the bottles not to be filled equally. But in reverse, the problem is even worse. If one of the bottles is already empty, we would just be sucking up air through that empty bottle, and the filled bottle would just stay there because it has more resistance. So everything would get filled up with air. So to work around this, we're just gonna fill and empty every bottle one by one. To fully empty a bottle, we have to overpump, which pulls air into the system. And to get the air out, we add another valve for priming. So after every cycle, I reprime it, and that flushes everything with water and sends the air back to the reservoir. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, well, this divider is leaking so much. Let's combine water and electronics. It would be such a fun project. Oh God, my speaker, no. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm pretty bummed out. I make a solid plan, it all turns to shit. And then it really comes down to my insecurities. I keep thinking during these builds, I can't do it. I can't do it. I know I can build stuff like this, but yet I feel like I can't. All the time. But that's just part of my experience and my story that I wanted to share today. It's been about 4 weeks. I built this in the meantime. It's a tiny marble machine for on your desk. But I do want to finish this project, so I ordered some new parts. I put a bin around the project for if we still have leakages, but I really hope these new tubes and adapters fix all the leakages.
it's already leaking again, somehow. Even with this better stuff, like most of it is already leaking. One of the valves didn't open. This just blew the cap off.
What's going on here? Well, the faster we pump, the more this is gonna leak. Because these outputs are not meant to be closed off one by one. And also this is a piece of shit, so this is gonna leak anyway. So right now, it's leaky, it's slow, it's prone to error, so this is not good. This is not gonna work. Crapperoonie.
I got these little motor pumps as a replacement for the valves, and that way we don't need a big pump anymore.
I connected all bottles in a loop with pumps in between, and by moving small amounts of water around the ring, I can fill any bottle. The last bottle in the loop can suck water from the last bottle back to the reservoir. These pumps are called membrane pumps, and they're only €1.50.
Oh god. Oh no, stop.
It's time how long it takes before actually one bottle fills up all the way. And that's full. This means in the worst case scenario where there's no bottles already filled, we need to fill 3 bottles one by one. So this will take 20 seconds to fill the first one, another 20 seconds to fill the one after that, and then another 20 seconds to fill the one after that. So updating just one number in the worst case would take 5 minutes. That wouldn't work. But if we make more of these strings, it would be faster. And then I realized something weird. In this font, some bottles are always the same. So I could just fill them once and then ignore them. And that left 10 bottles. And I tried to optimize how to move the water between them. So I spent a few days building a simulator to find the best groupings.
I'm slowly realizing that also this concept is probably not gonna work the way I want it to.
It turns out we'd still need a whole lot of pumps, and we'd again have issues with priming between all of the bottles.
If you're seeing this YouTube video, it probably means that I achieved a good result, but at this point, I'm feeling pretty hopeless.
So should we simply succumb to the brute force solution of giving every bottle 2 pumps? No. This is YouTube, and around here we appreciate stupidity and aesthetics. So we're just gonna flip all the bottles when we need to empty them. To make this whole thing work, we need a solution around these tubes, because the bottles get stuck on the tube. This solution didn't work.
Pretty messy.
And we're still getting sort of stuck on the tube. So what if we'd put the tube through the axis? There it is. Now we just gotta find a way to mount the servo, because the entire backplate will be covered with tubing. I considered using linkages, but I'm not sure that this is the most stable solution. I also considered a sliding joint, but I think that gives a lot of friction.
At this point, this whole project depends on finding a way of moving all of this.
I ended up building a clever bridge system over the tubing.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Now it's time to test the pumps in place for the first time.
Honestly, I was just dreading and postponing this moment for days because I was so scared of having to do another different concept. And now that I see it working, it's such a relief.
Though not everything went as planned.
Oh shit! Build the clock with water, they said. It will be fun, they said. Well, there's your problem. It's like peeing but not holding your dick.
It's taken a while to order and 3D print everything, but now we have a whole bunch of parts and it's time to assemble.
This is it. Final assembly. The crown on our work.
Was missing a few holes here, but that's an easy fix.
This is gonna be the column. This thing is getting so big, just look at it. It's been 3 months since I started this project and finally I can put these in the actual clock.
Luckily I got some help fitting all the tubings, and with 2 people assembly goes a lot faster. And then here it all is, time to test all the pumps.
One broken pump, here's a new motor.
Hey, it works!
Yeah, great.
However, the bottles are getting stuck somewhat. Part of the problem is that the servo arm is hitting the frame. Snip, snip. But that didn't fix it, so I added a spring to make it easier on the servo, but everything is still getting stuck.
It just really sucks. Like, new problems keep appearing from thin air.
So besides getting stuck in random places, we also get stuck here. So I adjusted the horizontal link bar so that can't happen anymore.
Test number 325. Here we go.
And once again we get stuck.
I mean, I really build one of them and really test it, so I know the others are good. And then I build more then they're not good. I removed all the bottles and still it just gets entirely stuck. So I guess we're just gonna remove elements part by part until we can isolate what happens. Okay.
So the tubing on the prototype was thinner, so there was less resistance when you twist the bottles. But something bigger was going on.
So we can see this one is terrible. You can see a lot of scraping there. This one is also horrible.
So this pad is a sliding surface for this part.
And you see it's pretty rough.
So could these two simple tools be our fix?
Still not perfect, but it is a lot better.
So now we disassemble, sand, lubricate and reassemble all the parts.
I'm really happy it finally works. Oh man, this was such a lot of work.
So after testing in place, we found two pumps that didn't work, so we replaced them. But again, issues kept popping up.
Oh, hello. They're both getting stuck somehow now. So our little friend, the spring, is back.
And I was starting to feel hopeless.
Oh God. So slowly it's all turning to shit.
After securing everything back in place, I found that not every bottle got filled equally. The three power supplies that I had MacGyvered together weren't strong enough for this project. And in moments like this, I'm really glad my girlfriend is around to support me.
Ik ben er gewoon wel heel erg klaar mee.
In worst case moet je nog een paar dagen wachten op de stekkertjes.
A few days later, I got this chunky unit, and now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, it's finally working. Oh God. Hey, nou gaat hij wel.
I thought this project would be simple. It was not simple.
Holy shit. Nou, het werkt.
Wauw, echt heel cool.
Ja. Holy shit, it's been such a time developing this thing, but finally it works. It's messy, but it's awesome.